Just like that. You've got a beautiful slot made. It'll shear it right off like a big pair of scissors. But say you need to take a little notch out of that angle there. Voila. Just like that. Hey guys, today's Dale's Tool of the Day video is on our Edwards 50-ton ironworker.
Tools are cool. Tools are cool. Tools are cool. Dale's Tool of the Day.
So I was going to buy a brand new one of these, and I went down to the welding supply store to order one, and they said, yeah, we could do it for X amount of dollars. And I was like, cool. And they're like, but we know of where there's a used one for sale from the high school. And I was like, oh, really? Because they were upgrading theirs. And I was like, all right. So I bought this puppy, and anyhow, I talked about it in my video on my hydraulic system, but I ended up plumbing this all into the hydraulic system. So you have to open the valve that's for the iron worker in here, and then it runs off of a big old pump, not the little one that came with it. It goes a lot quicker and better. Same PSI, just higher volume, so it goes a little quicker. But we use this thing so much. This thing saves so much cutting and drilling in the shop. It is amazing. So for what we do for the oil field, we end up making all sorts of these plates and punching holes. You can see we've got piles of these plates, and these are for U-bolts to support pipes. And we do thousands of these. It gets tiresome how many of these things we do. You can see these piles of plates. This is about half to a third of what we do for one location. So we use this thing a lot. It gets used hard, and this thing has been so handy. So we cut a lot of this flat bar, and this is 1/2 inch by 3 inch flat bar, and which is nothing to sneeze at. And this little guy, you can adjust how thick it does, and it'll shear it right off like a big pair of scissors. It's like a big pair of scissors.
This little hole here and nip the tip. Who's first?
So it came with a spot here for you to put in a 3/4 inch pipe, and then we built this adjustment so you can adjust the backstop for how long you need to set a piece. So you can just measure the distances you need, adjust this here, tighten the set screw, and it's set and ready to go. You just measure from the shear to that. It's been really handy. And voila, we're set at 11 inches, ready to cut. So you just bump your flat bar into that and shear it, or you can tilt this up and it'll also shear angle iron. Here, I'll show you how it shears angle iron. So it's got this little adjustment here, and you set that screw to what height you need. You can either set your backstop, or you can just mark it and measure it and come in and cut it. Just like that, easy peasy. So the one problem with any shearing operation is it almost always leaves a little sharp edge. You got to clean all this stuff up with a sander. That's where our sanders come in super handy in the shop, is that once we shear it, go clean it up on the belt sander. But yeah, it cuts angle, and it cuts angles clear up to like 4 inch by 4 inch by quarter, or 3 by 3 by 1/8. Yeah, this thing's cool. And this is an older model, guys. This is like from like late 90s, early 2000s. And it has served us well. We have used it hard for a decade now at least. And this thing's been great. It's got a pretty cool function over here. It's got a notcher. You can see that it's got these dies. I kind of need to adjust these dies up again, But it's got these dies here that are replaceable, hard dies, and a hard die here, and it'll just take a notch out of whatever you put underneath it. You know, I think you're supposed to only go up to like a 1/4 inch on this of notching, and it's got this safety guard to hold down on whatever you're notching. But say you need to take a little notch out of that angle there. Voila, it takes a bite out of it. And that's a pretty handy function. If you set it right, you can notch it clear down in the angle iron, and then you can just bend this angle iron into like a picture frame if you need to. That's where that thing really shines. Honestly, what that gets used for mostly, the corner of that notcher is really good for notching chain. Take a bite out of the chain and then it comes right apart when we have to weld chain or attach chain to things. So that's the shearing functions and the notching function. But one of the coolest functions of this thing is the hole punch. Let's take that piece of plate that I sheared right here. This is 1/2 inch by 3 inch, like I said, bar stock, and we punch a whole bunch of these oval slot holes. You can get punches in all different sizes. This one's an oval slot, and it's a 9/16 by 1 inch long slot. It's always a good idea to give it a little squirt of oil. That's why this whole machine is just a greasy mess always, is because you end up getting it covered in oil, and you got to grease all the little bearing surfaces and stuff, so it's just always a mess. We clean it up constantly. It doesn't always look like this. We clean it up, have it shiny, and a couple months later, it looks like it's been through a war. But just like that, you've got a beautiful slot made. And the slots are super nice for the U-bolts, because when they go to put in U-bolts, they're never exactly the same dimensions. They're always a little different. And if you just put a round hole, you either got to make that round hole really big to give them some wiggle room, but putting the slots in, man, that made it so much nicer for the guys to be able to bolt stuff up. And all it does is it just punches out a little slug. You end up with a ton of these little slugs. Pretty good slingshot ammo. Anyhow, we use them, we end up with tons of these slugs. And we built this little catch can here to be able to catch the stuff when it comes off of here, because they'd come flying off and take chunks out of the concrete. So we built this and hang all our tools on it. It's been super handy. But one of the neatest things about this, and I'm super proud of this thing, is we built this really cool fence for the punching. I had this plasma cut out by computer, and this is 3/4 inch thick plate that has all these slots in it, so you can move this whole thing wherever. There's not really a position that you can't hit someplace one way or another and have two bolts holding this in place. And it's got this ear here, so I can just, once you get that set, you just bring in your piece and you always butt it up, and then when you're done, you can flip it over, punch the other side. If we're punching 4 holes in a thing, you just flip it over every which way. This thing has been amazing. We punch a whole bunch of holes in channel irons for different brackets we build. So, built this big old bad daddy. And when we use it, we actually don't use the stop on it when we're doing the channels. But what we end up doing is making a whole bunch of marks on here, and we'll go along like eating a cob of corn, and we'll punch a hole. We'll line up with one mark to the edge of our channel, punch it, move it, punch it, move it, punch it, and they'll all be the same every time. It works so good. That has saved us so much effort and energy building stuff. This thing has just been amazing. Before that, we were drilling holes, and there would be like so many shavings, and you'd have to sharpen drill bits, and we were going through so much drill bits and such a mess drilling all these holes. Whereas this here just punches out slugs into a bucket, and they're the ovals. This thing has been a lifesaver. The cool thing about this slot punching thing is you can take off the slot puncher and put different attachments in here. They make notching attachments for this ironworker to notch pipe. Well, they don't make them up to this size, so I had to build a buffalo bale feeder for a farmer buddy of mine, and the pipe was a real pain. It was like some sort of strange alloy. Anyhow, I made this puncher out of like a big pin off of a D8 dozer, and I used a leaf spring and bent a die and sanded it all down and made it all just fit perfectly so that I could notch the pipe. And then you'd put the pipe in here, and the iron worker would come along and just punch that perfect cope into it. And then you'd flip it 180 degrees and punch another cope. Anyhow, that's a tool that I built for this iron worker that was super handy for those projects. So I thought you guys might want to see that. Well, this has been the iron worker. Remember, me and Jesus love you. Talk to you later.